Pleasant day to everyone. I am Claudine Pama and my group mates are Julie Faye Morswa, Marisa Sangway, Kaisel Sampit, and Christian Dave Toilo. And we are the group 5, and we are going to present the second case entitled Hiring for an Oil Boom. And this is the sequence of our presentation. First, the facts of the case will be presented by Julie Faye. And for the second and third, the problems and the causes of the problem will be presented by Marisa. And for the fourth and fifth, the alternative courses of action and advantages and disadvantages of each alternative will be presented by yours truly, Claudine Pama. For the sixth is evaluation of advantages and disadvantages will be presented to us by Christian. And for the seventh, selection of best alternative will be presented to us by Julie Faye. And for the last, plan of implementation will be presented to us by Kaisel Sampit.
The fact of the case. North Dakota is experiencing an oil boom as drilling through the Bakken Formation in state western region. They need employees to unfill the vacancies of the work that they are needed in the company, so that if they recruit workers, they will not struggling of an oil boom. And then they need an employees who has a capability to work and a responsible worker in order that this problem can be solved quickly.
So, for this case, it consists of two problems. First, 25,000 jobs unfilled. North Dakota faced this kind of problem since they experienced oil boom and find employees who suit for this job. They conduct an hiring for an oil boom to fill vacancies that is needed to the company for the faster growing of it. So, 25,000 jobs remain unfilled to the company is still the problem of the North Dakota to be the largest oil producer. Second, we have employers struggling to fill vacancies. To fill vacancies is one of the responsibility of an employer. In this problem, employers struggling to fill vacancies, though 25,000 jobs remain unfilled and still hiring for an oil boom to select employees who has the capability to perform the job well. Therefore, this problem needs employer that is faster to choose the best employee for the faster filling of vacancies. So, for the causes of this problem, they couldn't find workers with the skill they needed. One of the reasons why they couldn't find workers of their company with the skill they needed because maybe employer who handled that position can't make a wise decision to hire the best employee. That is the reason why 25,000 jobs remain unfilled and employers struggling to fill vacancies.
And for our alternative courses of action, employers must use variety of tactics or different strategy, such as company must relax their job specification in order to fill those vacancies. Also, employers may screen out inexperienced applicant because inexperienced applicant may bring exciting energy and curiosity that challenge your more experienced workers. Also, it will cost you less in terms of salary. They will require significantly more time, training, and resources to learn about the industry and ramp up their knowledge, skills, and productivity. Also, they can offer generous pay packages in order to attract some applicants. So, for our advantages and disadvantages of each alternative, for the first alternative, the advantage is it improves hiring result. It will provide useful and specific details. And in its disadvantage, it would be costly to perform since a lot of strategy will be used. So for the second alternative, the advantage is it can unfill vacant jobs, and for the disadvantage, it would be the result of hiring mistakes. It also increased turnover and cost and reducing productivity. For the third alternative, the advantage is the applicant will be adaptable. Adaptability is hugely important right now. When there's so much uncertainty in the market, professionals need to be able to cope with change and rely their focus depending on company needs. But that's where hiring a candidate with no experience. And for our last alternative, the advantage is it attracts more employees. And for the disadvantage, the company expenses will rise because of it.
The evaluation of advantages and disadvantages. Getting the evaluation of advantages and disadvantages is through analyzing and identifying the problem of the company, in which job that their employee skills is applied in each field of working. Also, having a wise employee decision can make a good plan in hiring employees to make the company improve so that there will be no problem at all.
Option of best alternative. Recruitment agency. We select this as the best alternative because recruitment agency is assisting a job to find a new worker who are perfect for the job open position. In the recruiting agency, they can quickly recruit a worker to fill the company's needed. Offer a generous pay package. We also select this so that the worker would have a desire to work hard, and also in order to have many workers can work in the company. And by this, those 2,500 jobs unfilled is faster filling the vacancies.
Implementation of solution. The first thing that I will do is determine the requirements for each position to have a solid idea of which role I'll be hiring for. I can begin determining the requirements for each job opening. What are the characteristics and responsibilities, goals and skills that job candidates to have? This will help me to develop a true understanding of which role and what the needs are to fill it effectively. Next is analyzing and identifying the type of person I'm trying to hire. The second step is to define what type of person that I'm trying to recruit and retain, the one who fit to the company culture. After doing so, I will build out a budget for recruiting cost. So based on my previous cost per hire, I can estimate how much recruitment costs are going to be. There are some common recruiting costs. These are advertising on job boards and social media, job fairs and campus recruiting costs, recruiting technology costs, and others. And I will identify the perks and benefits that attract and retain my ideal employee. I will offer perks and benefits that are attractive to keep the staff, and also start with a compiling job description. It is the one of the most important parts of hiring process. There are a few tips to consider on this. Make titles as specific as possible. Open with a captivating summary, include the essentials, and keep description concise. And I will establish candidate selection. I need to think about how I'm going to handle the tricky task of candidate selection. And I should look for different ways to personalize the experience for each candidate. After doing so, I will conduct a background and reference check. I will determine whether background check will be needed early on to avoid potential process delay down the road. They essentially help to confirm my internal assessment of whether or not a candidate is good fit for the organization. And during reference check, I try to ask open-ended questions about performance, accomplishment, and difficulties to learn as much as possible from the reference. Lastly, I will learn and optimize my plan as I go. I should leverage new hire feedback and analytics to inform my recruitment plan and optimize it accordingly, and review key recruitment metrics, time to hire, quality of hire, early turnover rates, and cost per hire. Then find ways I can improve my recruitment process based on those insights.
That's the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening. God bless.